Thursday, October 1st at 11 a.m., TCU's library will reopen its doors to a section that has undergone renovations for more than a year. The new section of the library has updated features that will give students and faculty space to gather, study, and expand their knowledge. Grab your friends and find out who killed who at the Ends Murder Mystery Dinner. This Friday, the interactive dinner will take place from 8 to 10 p.m. in the Blue Ballroom. Movember will take place from November 1st through the 30th. For more information, visit us.movember.com. Now back to you guys in the studio. Tonight, TCU goes from Texas Christian University to Texas Chainsaw University. In the campus commons, the crew is hosting a haunted maze from 7:30 to 9:30. For students who don't want to go through the 8-tent maze, there are other activities outside like photo booths and candy stuffers. And for students, whether they're studying journalism or political science, why do you think it's important for them to maybe keep up with the briefings, keep up with what's happening in Washington, D.C. in our State Department?
It's just part of being informed in a democracy, and not to get all lofty about it and everything. But I mean, I feel that when you look at the news sources that especially young people are looking at, and I was talking about it with some of the professors today, Reddit and Facebook and Twitter, and these are massive global platforms. It's not just your own backyard. And so there are definitely, I can see that there is an interest in knowing what's going on, whether it's on the music scene, the fashion scene. Why should politics and kind of geopolitical concerns be any different?
As someone who's worked not just in the United States, but in other countries, what advice would you have for someone who's looking to go abroad and do journalism, or who's interested in getting closer to those international issues?
The most nuanced and most enduring kind of journalism comes from people who find a beat, find a specific corner of the world, and become like subject matter experts on that part of the world. And then you get these really rich, nuanced stories with context and history and depth that you might not from kind of traditional parachute type of journalism.
Earlier today, I visited TCU's Recreation Center to check out the flu shot clinic. TCU student nurses were there, purple scrubs and all, ready to administer flu shots.
We all have experience, and of course we practice. We're doing just-in-time training before we are on the line to give the vaccines, and also we're senior 2s and senior 1s, so we've already had some of this experience. 3, 2, 1.
Many students, faculty, staff, and retirees had different reasons for attending the flu clinic.
Exposure we give with students and public, it's just a safety precaution that we like to take.
It's free and it's beneficial to your health. I mean, and there's really no risk to it, so why not do it just to have that extra layer of preventative?
Because I'm a dance major and we have a lot of sickness going around the department. We're in really close contact, and I thought it'd be best to get my flu shot.
This is the 8th year that TCU public health nursing students have provided a flu shot clinic on campus. Getting your flu shot on campus is painless and easy.
Flu shots really help cover the community again, and also it's just a really great idea because you don't want sickness, especially on a college campus. It can spread really fast, so you want to cover everyone.
The vaccine that was given out is a trivalent that covers 3 strains of the flu, one from South America, one from Switzerland, and one from Thailand. According to the Center for Disease Control, the effectiveness of the flu shot depends on the person receiving the vaccination and the match between the vaccine and viruses currently going around. Thanks, Layla. Today, more than 4 million Syrians are registered with the United Nations High Commission for Refugees. Monday, experts held a panel discussion, and a full house learned about the brutalities of the Syrian refugee crisis. Between barrel bombs from the government and the looming threat of radical terrorism, there is nowhere safe for Syrian people to go in their country.
An absolutely countless number have had their lives absolutely destroyed. There is not a single Syrian person who does not know somebody who's been killed in the war. I can promise that.
You know, we already have seen stories of people getting hacked or killed because of the way that they look.
The refugees have made the journey out of Syria and are seeking political asylum in Europe, Africa, and North America.
And when they come in mass, in tens of thousands, there's also a sense of countries that are taking them in feeling overwhelmed.
Surrounding countries like Lebanon are hosting roughly 1.2 million refugees, which makes up 1 in 5 people in their population.
Just because it's not happening here doesn't mean it's not happening.
I think United Nations is correctly arguing that this is a global crisis. It's not their problem, but in many ways, if we don't deal with it, it's going to be our problem.
Although there are more than 4 million registered refugees, according to Amnesty International, there are at least 12 million people in urgent need of humanitarian assistance inside Syria.
It will be years and years before the hostilities end, and years and years before it's safe to go back to Syria. And if you could go back to Syria, why would you? The economy's in tatters, the country's in tatters, everybody's family is dead or out of the country. I wonder sometimes, will my kids be able to go to Syria? Will it be Syria? I don't know.
We no longer live in islands called country this, country that. Borders are crossed 24 hours a day with capital, with knowledge, with technology, with communication, with human beings.
In September, President Obama announced that his administration would allow at least 10,000 Syrian refugees in the United States.
Just because it's not happening here and it's far away, it's on the news, doesn't mean it's not important. People are people, and this is really, it's destroying the lives of many, many people who are not that different from us.